Okay, get ready. This is the craziest decode you've ever heard. Revelations, Trump, hell, four horsemen, right here, modern day, right now. Okay, here we go. This is the eye of the dragon. Okay, the eye on the money. Is this. Okay, this world that you see is not a circle like this. His mouth is open, and this is the inside right here. This is the inside of the open mouth, like a crocodile holds its mouth open. Yeah, that's this. The other side of it is this right here, the top, and then this is the inside, and then this is the underside of it right here. Here's the underside of it right there. Okay, of his chin. All right, so Trump's attacking Venezuela, right? All right, now the thing about this is, see how his head is facing his right arm? This dragon's head is facing his right arm as opposed to his left arm. Okay, over here it's reversed, it's upside down. This is the upside down. Okay, so over here, the inside, you're looking at the top of the roof of his palate, his upper jaw. That's how his eyeballs they're not on the bottom of his jaw, they're at the top of his jaw, the top jaw, right? Okay, so this is underneath his eyes, inside of his mouth, right here. All right, this is his right arm up here. All right, this is his right arm. So that Antarctica right here, there's your revelation right there, that America, North America, is the inside of Antarctica. There is something underneath or between the back of this right here and this right here. There is more in between there. There's another land underneath America. Just like when you say underneath Antarctica, there's land underneath America, and above America there is something very, very big that's sort of, you can see it on the radar at times, and it stays, it doesn't move. It's like a big invisible pyramid, half the size of the United States, like from here to here to here to here. Okay, now let's get to the point of the revelations. Trump is attacking Venezuela. Venezuela is on the eye of the dragon, the left eye of the dragon. Venezuela is the right eye of the dragon, this part. Okay, because remember I said it's reversed, so it would be this part. All right, Venezuela, Trump is trying to control the eye of the dragon, the eye of hell, Hades, hell, Hades, hell. Okay, he's trying to control the eye of hell. Trump is a representation of the angel of death and Hades, which is also Revelation 6 and 8. The pale horseman, death, Hades follows. Biden followed Trump. Biden is Hades. Trump is death. Well, they're not personified, but they are the representations of them. They are the host to a virus called death and a virus called Hades. Legion, pretty much how like fallen angels move through human bodies. Think about the Goa'uld in Stargate, how they get possessed. Okay, so yeah, that right there, that's how you have Trump and Biden and all the presidents say one thing and then do something else and say something else. They do the Rick James. I didn't stomp his couch. And then the next minute, you know, he's like, yeah, I remember stomping his couch, because you could afford a new one. That's a split personality. That's a double-minded man. That's death and Hades. Okay. Now, the invisibility is Hades' ability. And it's a hybrid. I think they make it into a hybrid. Like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider has Death's head as a skull, but then Hades as helmet is his fire. The fire on his head. Okay. All right. Now, and that would be Trump in a representation as the deed to hell, as Satan's Satan's soldier. Okay. So let's check this out. Now we got all that. What does this have to? Let's go over here. Check this out. Casey was doing a breakdown on Enter the Stars of 13 Ghosts. 13 Ghosts was an old movie about this house that could come alive because it was a machine, and it had all of these pretty much spells and stuff written on the walls and stuff, and the machine would work or whatever and release these ghosts that could destroy possibly the world. All right, so here we go. I'll just let them explain the rest of that, and then I'll show you the connection with Trump.
In it, he describes the making of a certain machine, one that can see into the future. He wrote it while he was under demonic possession. As the spirits are released one by one, the house then draws them to its center. Each one adds its energy to the machine, powering it up. I can't believe Cyrus built it.
Built what? What are you talking about?
Powering it up for what?
To open the Ocularis Infernum.
The Ocularis, what's that?
It's Latin. The eye of hell?
And what else do you see when you travel, Tom? An eye. A single, giant eye.
The eye of hell?
I see fire in the ground, smoke in the air. It blocks out the stars.
In hell, there's an eye that sees everything. The past and the future, the heaven and earth, the blessed and the damned. Basilius' device. We're in the middle of a machine designed by the devil and powered by...
The eye of hell that they're referring to is the right eye of the dragon, the one eye. And that is the one that sees is underneath Venezuela. Okay. And it's also South Georgia Sandwich Islands. It's also the island that they show in the beginning of Godzilla Kong, the last one. Okay, here we go.
If knowledge is power, then the man who controls the Ocularis, past and the future, the heaven and earth, the blessed and the damned. Basilius' device. We're in the middle of a machine designed by the devil and powered by the dead. If knowledge is power, then the man who controls the Ocularis would be the most powerful man on earth. Your uncle.
Bobby, don't touch anything, okay?
Okay, it's about time somebody showed up. This place.
Who are you?
Our guy. Don't touch. You probably don't know this, but your house knocked out the power of the whole tri-quad area. I need inside and check the breakers.
The 13th goes to the failsafe. In order to stop the process, the house needs a sacrifice of life instead of death.
Mommy, don't look! I wanna look!
A willing human sacrifice. The sacrifice of the broken heart.
Whoa. 23 suspected online offenders, we'll call them, arrested during Operation Broken Heart.
Sacrifice of the broken heart.
The only ghost to be created out of an act of pure love.
We'll call them arrested during Operation Broken Heart.
Sacrifice of the broken heart.
The only ghost to be created out of an act of pure love.
You're the 13th ghost.
Daddy, I'm scared!
house is not a house. It is a machine. Designed by the devil and powered by the dead.
Okay, so now we're gonna go over here. Since I just showed you that, I'm gonna show you exactly what you just saw. What did that have to do with Trump? The House of the Dead, the 13th Ghost, alright, and the House of Death. Okay, this is death. Remember I said Trump representation of death? He's the fourth horseman. Okay. And then he here's his connection right here. Bam. The one who controls the Oculus. What's this? This is the Oculus. What's this? Donald Trump with the key to the Oculus. Okay? Now, what is this about? This is about releasing Hades. This is death, the representation, okay? And AI, artificial intelligence, okay? Hades, the AI is Hades. It's Satan, it's Legion, it's hell. It's an invisible realm over this world. And it's always been here, but this is the gate that it comes through into reality. Like, we've just been playing with it in a controlled environment. This is out of control, and he's just a tool. He's a tool. He's a pawn. So he is a piece on a chessboard. Okay, 4 horsemen are on the chessboard. Remember that? All right. Thank you. You have a white one. You have 2 whites and 2 blacks. All right, but then chess is also played with red and white too, or red and black. Okay, think about that. Let's see. What else do we have to say about this? In order to prove that Donald Trump is a Death in Hades character, I have videos to prove this, to show you a lot of these cats are representations of the Greek. They are host for the Greek gods Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, and then death is an angel. Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades are angels, all right, but they all have the power of death mostly, like, because they come through Satan. They didn't come through the right way. Pretty much they're fallen. And we're down here with them, and they're trying to break out and get into, they're releasing hell on earth in order to gain an army to storm heaven. And this is Babylon. This is confusion. So this is the perfect place to do it, because people are confused and they could do it right in your face and you won't know. So yeah, I could prove that he is this by showing you. I have videos. I don't know what that's about, why it just went there. What's this? Oh, okay. Here we go. Go over here. And I have plenty of videos to show you that these guys, they're not playing with you. They play dumb with you. They're not playing with you. Everything is connected. All the stuff you see right in your face is all connected. All right. Plus, yeah, these guys are freaking. You're dealing with the stories that they tell about this. It's just, it's incredible. Okay. Let me see. Where would I have it? I show you these guys are who they are. I have a thumbnail. This is 10 months ago when they brought this out, man, from now. Well, that's right here. If you look on my channel, Repent as Doves. 10 months ago, I'm on Trump's butt. I'm on his helmet right there, letting you guys know that. But way back when Biden was here, I was letting you guys know about that. But yeah, like Trump also, the angel of death in Touched by an Angel also looks exactly like young Trump, by the way. If you go back and look at that, the 90s show Touched by an Angel, go back and look at Trump same time. Okay. And he dressed like Trump also. And he acted like Trump. But nonetheless, angel of death. Trying not to make this. Oh yeah, he's in charge of Space Force. Space Force, Devil Comet, Death from Above, 76th anniversary logo. Trump brings it in. You guys have no clue. Come on, man. They put this stuff in your face. They dress it up in a bow so that you don't know. Okay? That's just the way it go. Here we go. Revelations for the ass. Right here.
Make a strange reference to the king, and 2 days later, King Charles is diagnosed with cancer.
Buckingham Palace says just...
We building. Yeah, we building.
To those who still think nothing is happening, why did Trump make a strange reference to the king, and 2 days later, King Charles is diagnosed with cancer?
Buckingham Palace has just announced that King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer.
Could this be at all related to the Grim Reaper showing up at King Charles' coronation last year? Why did Putin start removing his watch exactly at 17 seconds during his interview with Tucker?
They've only got 17 seconds.
And what could possibly be in the folder that Putin gave to Tucker? Could it be at all related to whatever was inside that soccer ball? Do you get it yet? In case you don't, maybe this picture of Trump might help. Coincidence or CIC? Hey, if you know, you know.
Let me know in the comments down below. Are y'all tracking? Are y'all tracking? Look, man. Let me know if y'all with me in the comments down below.
Now remember, that Space Force logo. Remember, I told you guys, Space Force's motto is death from above. The 75th year logo was 2023, and their logo was death. The Grim Reaper, with the dragon scales behind them inside of a delta symbol, standing for the devil and the first death, which was the flood, and the Nephilim that survived the flood afterward. That's what they represent. All right, so here we go. Trump, what is it, 2288? Or 22088 or 88022? You already know that death in the Hebrew concordance is 8822 or 2288. It's whatever Trump's is in the mirror. And you know, with the Illuminati, they don't count the zeros. All right.
That's about it. It's crazy.
Who still thinks nothing is happening? Why is there a C-17 plane next to Trump Force One? Aren't those planes used exclusively to transport presidential motorcades? Why is Steven Mnuchin, former Secretary of Treasury under Trump, and get this, film producer, appearing on $100 bills? Any guesses as to who could have taken over the Federal Reserve? Why is CBS News covering a Trump rally of all things, and get this, in sub-freezing temperatures at that?
Most church services in Iowa today have been canceled because of this cold, but not this Trump rally. People are excited. They're here to see him.
Why has Fox News seemingly thrown in the towel and surrendered to Trump after years of being anti-Trump?
They've been very anti-Trump for a long, long time. And last night, Fox made a decision, it was clear to me, to get back in his good graces.
Why is Trump all of a sudden?
All right, now Fox is 666. All right, you already know that.
Wearing a white hat, just about everywhere he goes these days.
And the white hat is the Pale Horseman.
Do you get it yet? In case you don't, I'm gonna have you walk.
Well, he's also the Pale Horseman because he's got the money. The money and the time. Like, he's the Pale Horseman. Because time is money. Trump Towers, TT, time travel, 88 miles per hour. All right.
Oh, Rory, break down exactly what Trump coming back into office means to the global order.
It's likely to be the kind of death blow to what remains of the global order.
So have no fear. The Patriots are in full control.
I find it very weird that no one...
I rest my case.
destroyed. And we're going to see that this sign means something different from what the world believes. We already know that the eclipse from 2017, the one that is approaching, is going to make an X across the United States. Now, it's said that this X is located near the town of Carbondale, Illinois. And this little section is also called Little Egypt. Why is that important? Because we know from Revelation 13 that the world is going to worship and wander after the first beast. And the first beast was Pharaoh. He was the first beast to reign over the children of Israel. Now, if you continue on the path of this eclipse, it's said to cross over 8 towns called Nineveh. Why is that important? Because
I get what I did there. The first person you seen on the video, who was it? Pharaoh.
Because many are connecting that to Jonah, but I'm going to show you something different. Jasher chapter 81, verse 40. And when the children of Israel had entered the sea, the Egyptians came after them. And the waters of the sea resumed upon them, and they all sank in the water. And not one man was left excepting Pharaoh, who gave thanks to Yahuwah and believed in him. Therefore Yahuwah did not cause him to perish at that time with the Egyptians. And Yahuwah ordered an angel to take him from amongst the Egyptians, who cast him upon the land of Nineveh. And he reigned over it for a long time. Hopefully now it's starting to make sense, because this is a sign that the beast is coming to reign from America over the whole world, because Daniel chapter 7 verse 23 says that America is the beast kingdom. Passing over Nineveh 8 times also is symbolic of something, because we know from Revelation that the 8th beast is coming, who was also the 7th beast, who was also the first beast. And the Most High makes it so easy for us to determine who the beast is, because we know that Pharaoh was the seed of Ham, and there has only been one U.S. president that is of the seed of Ham. So his number is number 44, and that also equals 8. And this is the judgment on the nations for what they have done to the children of Israel. That judgment is written in Joel chapter 3 verse 8. That is, they're going to be given over to the Sabians, the one who is coming. And this also connects to moon god worship. And we know who worships the moon. This is their leader.
flesh is a relic, a mere vessel. Hand over your flesh, and a new world awaits you. We demand it.
Gunshot victims. But anyways, back to the 3, okay? Because I got more stuff for you on the 3. 3 prayer emojis. 3 detained. 3 days after the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes Sr. with the 3 DWIs. We got the 3 dead Chiefs fans. And then they made sure to let you know at the end of the game that Mahomes threw for 333 yards, and they said that was significant because the address of the stadium was 3333 Al Davis Way. But what they didn't tell you is Patrick LeVon Mahomes II equals 333, and he got his 3rd Super Bowl ring as they win by 3 points with a 3-yard pass with 3 seconds left on the clock. Yeah. So, is it all a coincidence that Mahomes does the 3 emojis? You got 3 detained 3 days after the Super Bowl with the 3 dead Chiefs fans and the 3 DWIs? I mean, wow, your mind should be blown to bits by now. My mind is blown. Like I said, all credit to God. I couldn't do this without God's help. There ain't no way. Ain't no way in the world this is all coming from me. Alright, for more things that are not a coincidence, the shooting.
Yeah, was that freaky enough for you? I always wanted to say that. Like when Charlie Murphy kicked Rick James because he had the song Super Freak, he said, was that freaky enough for you? Anyways, I think I'm bleeding the side of my chest. But yeah, man, that is that's a breakdown, that's a decode. You guys got a lot to deal with if you ain't been paying attention. But not really. Yashaya is the name of the Most High Son. Yashaya is the salvation of the Word. And he is the Word of Yah. Should you believe that the Word, the breath, not the prince of the power of the air, but the air himself, the spirit of the air, came to let you know he's almost here. So have no fear. That's what the angels say. Have no fear. The fallen you guys eat up what the fallen feed you. The fallen feed you the news. The news is the N-O-O-S-E. Noose. The noose is the news. The news is the noose. You get death and you get Hades. There you go.